In the last decade, Taunton has grown drastically, with new housing developments and businesses springing up across the town. Along with these new ventures is one of Taunton's largest transport projects yet, the Northern Inner Distributor Road, a £21 million scheme connecting Staple Grove Road in the west of Taunton to Priory Avenue in the east. I spoke to Cllr Simon Coles to find out more about this ambitious project.
It provides a number of things. It will provide a much better east-west route. It'll save a lot of congestion in Staple Grove and in Greenway Road. But of course its real bonus is that it opens up the Firepool site. That's the site from the railway station down to Somerset Square, because it allows the traffic to go through there and creates routes for people to get in and out of town. So it's a really, really vital piece of infrastructure to ensure that we can open up the Firepool site to its full potential.
Excellent. And how long is it going to take to complete?
Well, it's September now. It was just started a month or so ago, and it's due to be finished in 2014, March 2014.
Okay. And the scheme itself is costing £21 million. Who's paying for it?
Well, very good question.
Yeah.
15, just a little over £15 million is coming from central government. That was the grant that they gave. Somerset County Council is paying another lump of that, and the remainder is coming from the developers of Firepool.
So,
as the development goes through, there will be charges made against them to ensure that they pay their fair share. It's all been done. It's all costed. The money is there.
excellent.
Right.
Fantastic. And before the project was given the go-ahead, what sort of research did you conduct beforehand to find out whether it was a suitable transport link?
Well, there is part of a wider plan, and as time goes by there will be other links, other roads that link into it. But the NIDR was also conditional because it allows us to carry on with our long-held view that we should pedestrianise the town centre in Taunton. And you have to be able to get around the outside. If you're going to close the inside off and only have it as pedestrianisation,
Okay.
then you must have some way of getting people around that and to the shops and to car parks on the outskirts. So, we'd be looking also at hopefully a refurbished station as a transport hub.
Obviously, it's a huge project, and there's loads and loads of work that has to go into it. And of course, it's a transport project, so it's going to cause some disruption. How are you looking to minimise the disruption to the people of Taunton, in everyday life?
Well, the first bit of infrastructure problems that we had was the building and the technical difficulties of building the bridge over the River Tone and the canal at Priory Way. Now, obviously that has meant that we will have to have some disruption there, but we're hoping to get that done first as the first act in this build programme, which will then minimise we hope to minimise any disruption to people. Inevitably there's going to be some. You can't do a major roadwork scheme like this without there being some disruption. But it's, as I say, it's March 14 and it should be finished, so it's relatively short in those terms. I appreciate that to most people going 9 to 5 on a Monday to Friday, it's quite difficult, but it will get better. Things will improve, and we have to do this to make things better for the future.
And of course, Taunton is expanding in terms of business and housing. There's a lot more housing developments. We've seen Silk Meadows, Heathfield Gardens, and loads more being put into planning at the moment. A question I'm being asked is, why haven't the transport links been sorted before the houses have been built?
Well, this is two reasons for that, really. The build-out rate at Monks and Heathfield that you referred to is slower than we had anticipated, and this is primarily because there's been a worldwide recession, and developers will only build the number of houses they think they can sell. And conditional on the sale of houses were stages whereby what's called the Western Relief Road, which is the major roadworks coming through Monks and Heathfield, to relieve pressure there, and there will then be further works around Creech Castle on the A38, and coming down to that junction on Creech Castle which will be funded by regional fund allocations. So all those things are conditional on the number of houses. So you have situations where, and these are not accurate figures, but when the first 100 houses are occupied, this road will be finished, and then when the first houses are done, this piece of infrastructure needs to be done. So because they are a little behind now, I mean there are outstanding planning permissions for somewhere around 4,000 homes have planning permission live at the moment, but they're not being built out because developers don't feel they can sell them in a recession. So that's why there's been this delay. We had hoped that most of Monkton Heathfield would have been, well, the first 2,000, maybe 2,500 would have been built by now.
Okay.
And you know we're around 900, so
Okay.
that's why there's been the delay. But ultimately, those roadworks, the infrastructures, and the transport routes in and out of Taunton will be improved.
Fantastic. And the newest area that's been sort of in terms of transport that's been rejuvenated is around Goodlands Gardens, and with the new bridge, of course, the award-winning bridge.
Yeah.
And what I've noticed is it's very cycle-friendly there.
Yes.
Is the Northern Inner Distributor Road going to be as equally?
Yes, I mean the whole point about this is that you allow everybody to use the space. The term is shared space.
Okay.
And yes, it's going to be a lot more of that. And as I said, ultimately we hope to pedestrianise the town centre. That's certainly my plans. And we would hope that then that will mean that cyclists can join along with pedestrians and motorists on the outside. It's an absolutely key piece of infrastructure, the NIDR.
So it's not just a road, it's about opening up the rest of Taunton,
It's
really.
the possibilities that it allows the rest of Taunton to develop. Don't forget, this is the first opportunity in 125 years to revamp the centre of Taunton. So it's much more important than just a road.
Yes, of course.
So I mean, the disruption that we're experiencing now is a temporary thing. I know that doesn't make it any easier when you're stuck in the traffic, but it will get better, and it will produce a much better Taunton for everybody.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for talking to me today.
My pleasure as ever.
It's been fantastic.
Right.
Thank you.